Morning, guys. How are you? It's Thursday morning. It's cold outside, like 15 degrees. I just don't like cold weather, so I won't be going outside for any time soon. I'm gonna be like a groundhog, hold myself up. With this video, I'm doing this video because I read an article, I think it was 2 days ago, about the insulin prices doubling for diabetics. And they didn't know what they were going to do to be able to afford these medications. And I'm thinking to myself, if only they would just lower their carbohydrates, they could cut their insulin down considerably, possibly permanently. It's been done, but nobody hears it because unfortunately our doctors are still telling diabetics that they can have 50 grams of carbohydrate per meal. That's ridiculous. I am eating less than 50 grams all day long. I only consume maybe 26 grams of carbohydrate per day. But besides that, and that's keto. And I know there's a lot of trash talk about keto diet. I've been on it over 2 years, and I'm not even diabetic. I just feel better eating high fat, low carbohydrate diet. It's not high protein, it's low carbohydrate, high fat, guys. And if you're diabetic, I've got some advice for you this morning. Lower your carbohydrates. They're poison to you. Type 1 diabetics are even worse than the type 2. I read a book a while back. It's written by a Dr. Bernstein. I couldn't find it, but I found it. And Doc, I wanted to show you this book. It's very interesting reading. Very interesting reading. This is a doctor. He's now like 83, 84 years old. Don't hold me to that. Somewhere in his 80s, though. And when he was 12 years old, he developed type 1 diabetes and almost died. And through his own research and testing his own body with different diets, he found that a high-fat, low-carb diet was the way to go. And this is a doctor. Don't listen to me. This is a doctor, and you'll find plenty more on the internet if you research it. Please don't believe all the propaganda, that it causes this and causes that. It's a crock of crap. Use your logic. For 250,000 years or more, humans ate meat and they ate fat and they gorged on it. It's what our bodies are used to consuming. And now what we're eating is a whole lot of carbohydrate, simple things that are fast, pastas that, see, when you take a grain and you grind it down to a really fine powder, our bodies absorb it quickly and spikes your blood sugar, which means you need insulin to take care of it. Well, our pancreases are just giving up. My gosh, French fries, potato chips. There's a ton. I could go on and on and on about the carbohydrate consumption. I was one of them. This is a Dorito eating fool right here. But guys, we gotta lower it. If you don't want to go keto, that's fine. But back off all the sugars and the soda pops and the chips and the potatoes and pastas and breads above all. And even certain fruits, bananas. There are good things in a banana, absolutely good vitamins and minerals. But for a diabetic to be eating a banana, disastrous. You're going to spike your blood sugar, and then you're going to need insulin. Look at my breakfast here, and I'm not even a diabetic. I love this diet. I've got my sausage patty. I've got an avocado. Avocados are good for you, high fat. And I've got my omelet. And I've got cheddar cheese in there and a sprinkle of turmeric and some salt and pepper. And of course my cup of coffee with heavy whipping cream. And that's me, guys. And Doc, I hope you're still trying this keto. Keep at it, buddy. Because the more weight you lose, because they found that obesity is also a high risk for diabetic type 2 diabetes. So if you continue with your diet, It's possible. I mean, I've seen numbers given by doctors on YouTube, legitimate doctors, that say over 70% of type 2 diabetes can be avoided simply by changing your diet. So with the increase of the insulin costs, the heck with it. Stop eating the carbs. That's what requires the insulin. That doesn't, your doctor can't even mess you up with that one. When you eat high carbohydrate, you're going to have an insulin. You're going to have it. This meal that I'm eating right now will not spike my insulin. I'm not going to develop type 2 diabetes. I'm pretty positive of that. But I just like the way it makes me feel. I'm 62 and I feel great. And I want, at least try it for 60 days. Don't let all those folks scare you. And if you're diabetic and you're consuming 50 grams of carbohydrate a day, you're killing yourself. Your body does not want those carbs. Yes, potato chips are delicious. Yes, bananas are yummy. I love them. But you got to draw a line on what's more important. And if you're having to pay high costs of insulin, not to mention the problems that you're having with your eyes, and it's when you're running high blood sugars, it's hard on your heart, your kidneys, all kinds of things. Keto does not damage your kidneys. You're going to hear all this trash talk, and it makes me sick, actually. If you stop and think about who funds the American Medical Association and American Diabetes Association and American Heart Association, it's big pharma and big food. Come on. It didn't take a rocket science to know that those people aren't going to come out and say something bad about something that's paying them big time. So you've got to take control of your health and start eating right. Take care of your body. You're important. You're important to somebody, and you're important to yourself, whether you know it or not. So get off the carbs if you're diabetic. And if you're not diabetic, trust me, you're going to feel great. There's a lot of athletes eating this way, and I think it's super. So give it a try for 60 days and see what happens. I'm not going to make any money from it. I'm not making any money from this book. But this is one smart individual right here. And this guy did it the whole time when everyone else, even doctors, are saying fat kills you. That's just wrong. Misinformation. We've been misled. So diabetics, get this book and read it. It could save your life. And it definitely improve your health. It's interesting reading. And again, I'm not a diabetic. And you can there's also recipes in this book for a diabetic. Lots and lots of recipes. Most people get bored with the keto diet because you're basically eating, this is my breakfast. I eat sausage patty, omelet. I got my avocado. I might have a ribeye steak. It's not more expensive than anything else because if you take away the potato chips and you take away all the pastas and all the foods that's bad for you, and you take that money and apply it towards the good food, what your body wants, you'll feel much better. Also remember to get your minerals. You're going to need potassium and magnesium because you're going to be urinating more often than before. But make sure you get them minerals. All right. At least try it for 60 days. Your body's going to love you for it. Well, until I can find a warm day to go out and fly my drone, y'all take care and eat healthy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.